Good afternoon. Hope everybody's well. Back to Nords, and I'm going to see if I can select one of the 4 cars now. So we're down to the 4. It's seeing the right one. I'm just going to ask in channel, see if Ben's there. He's shown as being in Discord. If not, I'll jump out of Discord. Hey Ben, you alright?
Yeah, not too bad, mate.
Yeah, I didn't know if you're there or not. You've been in there for a while, and I didn't know if you're actually there or just legacy left there.
Oh, I'm always there. My headphones live on my head when I'm in Discord.
All right. Right, well, time for me to jump on track. I've jumped in a Mustang first, and I'm going to give it a go. I had that little issue yesterday.
60 kilometers per hour.
So the plan is, oh, excuse me 1 second, if anybody here's got Alexa, Alexa, Trev's office off. There we go. Yeah, I'm doing a little bit more of my testing today. I need to try and iron out which car I'm going to drive. Are you up to anything?
Laps around Giles View.
Alright, what's that for? Race?
WGTC next not tomorrow Monday, but next Monday.
Alright, nice. Yeah, if you ever see any of my driving and you want to give any pointers, feel free to. Because I know I'm not very good, so any advice is always welcome. Let's see if I can test a couple of things. Yeah, I don't mean now you do your driving. I'm just, if you watch any of the streams at all or anything, you think, oh, actually, that'd be useful, then please let me know. Right, let me see. One of these is... okay, that's traction control, so I'm at ABS, cool, okay. So they're on my toggleables. I've got to be careful with them because those ones are actually a panic. I could quite easily knock them with my thumbs. I just need to be aware of that. So if I notice them going up, I need to watch for it. Let's get out on track. The plan is I want to do a couple of laps. I want to not push it too hard, but push enough, get the feeling for it. This is the Mustang again, as I say. I so want to drive this car. I really do like it. But I can only do that if I get comfortable in it and I feel that I'm actually going to survive, because it's a waste of time being in a car because I like it if I can't keep it together and hold it on track. So out of the ones, I think the Lambo's probably the least likely. I really want to do this one, but it depends on how it is. And if it's not this one, then it'll be between the Merc and the BM, which both are probably the safer bets. They're probably better for my standard and capabilities of driving, but also I sort of, yeah, I'd like to be able to be, not competitive is probably not the right term I'm looking for, but we're able to compete to an extent. So the Kia yesterday, when I did that Kia race, I ended up third after a nightmare the day before, but I knew I was competitive at the level I was at. I should have really ended up second, I know that. I was faster than the guy ahead, but I just didn't feel confident enough with the vehicle to try and throw it past the chap, and I'm not one of those that's gonna do something stupid into the last corner and the last lap when somebody's been in front. It's not my fault I wasn't able to get past safely, so I'm happier in that situation to concede that actually let them keep their second. Be a little bit frustrated that I wasn't able to get past. But yeah, that's the fair thing to do, and it's the right thing to do. But at least it was an enjoyable race, especially after the 2 previous days. And yeah, there's a little bit of pressure, but not as much. I think that's my biggest problem, is is confidence. I let myself get intimidated by other drivers. I know I drive based on deltas and based on looking in my mirrors and looking at the delta, and if I see somebody catching up quick, then it's in the back of my mind I'm watching for them rather than watching what I'm doing, and I let that get to me, and that's maybe what I don't need to. I need to do my own thing, drive around, enjoy the drive, put my vehicle in the right places, and yeah, hope that works. So yeah, that's something that I need to leave. It's racecraft at the end of the day. I think because I've always been worried about impacting others adversely. But I think also separating the classes between the sports car and the Formula car is probably better for me on that. So yeah, we'll see. So the idea is I want to do 2 or 3 laps on this, hopefully. I'm going to drive a little bit conservatory, can't even talk, in that I don't want to crash out. So to keeping it on track, it's seeing how it goes. I've got my fuel calculator open from Race Labs, so that's open just off screen on my right hand side, so I'll be able to see what I'm using fuel wise, just to get an idea. And yeah, it's just enjoy it, get out there. It'd be nice if I could get slightly lower times. I think the faster ones are probably, well, if I'm 8:21 in this, they're probably going to be about 7:30, 7:40 I think. Need to have a check, see. Not sure. It'd be nice to be within about 30 seconds, I think, of the faster people. I think that's feasible. It's just whether I can get enough time to get that over the next week before next Saturday morning. That's the plan, is to aim for Saturday morning's race. I think it's 7 o'clock if I'm not mistaken, so I need to qualify before then for that, because I will be qualifying. It is a multi-class race. GT4s is the GT3s, obviously. The Porsche Cup's in it, and I think TCR's maybe in it, touring cars, I think. So yeah, so it's going to be interesting. I think normally there's around about 50 on track, 50, maybe a few more, which will be interesting, because obviously you've then got to deal with traffic and picking your places to get past. That's something I'm not familiar with, so there may have to be a small AI session later on in the week once I get past the Clio Cup, just to get some AI on track and see how that goes, see how that multi-class element goes. The reason I picked the GT3s is because they're not least during the faster class of vehicle. So I've driven a few of the LMPs and stuff like that when I've been the faster class, and I find that easier rather than being either the slowest class or the middle class, because then you've got worrying about people in front and behind and all over the place, and it gets a bit confusing. I'm too old to have that type of thing going on. Don't know if it's stick or twist. So anyway, that's almost the end of the hour lap. Hopefully a bit of temperature in the tyres now. I've got ABS and traction control both on 3. I don't know, ABS on 5, I apologise. I'm assuming that's a default. I moved it, but I think I put it back. But anyway, we'll see how it goes. Fuel's looking good. Oh, I suppose to go turn right then. Got it, GB. Yeah, may speed back up to get over the line. It does feel quite nice at the moment, I must admit this, so that bodes well. And after the help from Ben yesterday, advising on how to move the horizon, in fact it was one of the black box things, at least I can see it a bit clearer now, which is good. Okay, so I'm not going to try and push the track limits or anything like that on this lap. I want to get one in the bank. Maybe get two in the bank and then start trying to see if I can eke out a little bit more, see where I can get to. I found that I feel that I'm trying to let the vehicle roll around the corners, you know what I mean, similar to what I do in the Formula cars, rather than trying to throw it around the corners and overdrive it. I think for me it's trying to let the vehicle feel natural, feel more comfortable, and let it drive around the corners, if that makes sense. As in the mantra of slow and smooth, or smooth and slow. Let the speed come itself. Okay, good. Now that lift there, I can feel it fighting me a little bit. Yeah, one thing Ben said yesterday that was interesting was that when I made that error going up that hill and I took the corner and it snapped on me a bit and it oversteered a bit, is that if I'd have kept my foot in and not braked, chances are it might have salvaged itself or saved itself, because that's what it does. That obviously goes against my natural instinct, or probably against most people's natural instinct of when you start to feel it go, you touch the brakes and you try and save it. So maybe that's something, as I try and get my pace up, I'll look to see if I can do that, if I can try and have the confidence in letting the vehicle pull itself around with the pace rather than trying to counteract it. It does feel nice at the moment, I must admit. I said that yesterday around this stage, and when I made that mistake up the hill, but it does feel really quite nice at the moment. I hope I can keep it together. Oh, I don't know if I said, but this is the regular race setup, not the safe one, so I think Ben said it's a low trim for the rear, so something to be aware of, and that's probably either need to be a little bit more careful on the corners, or some of the fast corners, because it's not going to be as planted, but it gives you pace for the likes of this and the dotted and what have you. That's nice. That's started to feel like it was going to oversteer them, but I managed to not panic too much. It wasn't as fast as yesterday. I was a bit eased off, but where I'm up to time wise, obviously it's the first of the time lapse today, so although the 821 is showing, that's my previous fastest in this vehicle, so interested to see what we registered today. A couple of stretches, this one not far from now, as we're going along the long straight bits where it gets a bit dodgy. I need to be careful of and aware of. But on the whole, it's not feeling too bad, to be honest. Yeah, it's this next one. If I try and take this next ride too fast, it kills me. So I've got to be very, very careful of this one. So let it roll around, I think, and then accelerate once it's caught itself. I think that's the answer. I don't think this one's too bad, but cool. Okay. Okay. Nice so far. Don't see. Okay, go, 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 go. So yeah, it's getting used to this as well at the end. It's this last little bit at the end of the straight, it's where do you need to start braking, where do you need to start easing off. Because this is where people will throw it and will be absolutely crazy. That feels okay, not too racing, not too bad. Safe enough, safe enough. Okay, let's see what we're going to end up with.
That time was 8:38.3 seconds.
Let's start pulling in a bit then. I've now got Delta to aim against as well. Sorry, I wasn't talking for a minute, but a bit of concentration through the still windy wind here. I didn't realise I was going quite that slow earlier. I think I was going a bit slower. Okay. Nice. Okay, so far so good. In time of better. Started to do it, but I managed to keep it. And it's bent. Okay, feels nice. And I've got to be careful here still. Yeah, let it roll around then get the accelerator down.
shouldn't need to move through any of that fast section.
Shouldn't I? I'll try on next lap then. I'll try on next lap then, sorry. Okay. It's going good for me.
That's a good luck then. So far.
Why is it the decent drivers get us by at 7.5 minutes and this is it?
7.5, not a chance. Decent drivers, if we're talking like top tier decent, they'll be getting just inside the 7 months, so like a 7. I think the fastest I've ever seen was a 4. Closest I've had was 59 something, but I off-tracked it, so it never fucking recorded it.
Well, I'm happy with that. That's a good lap out for me.
That lap
8.15.
time was 8:15.1.
Okay. Feels good, feels good. Okay, don't fly over, driver, just let it do its thing. Okay, feels alright, fell alright. I wonder if I could do this top one flat. I don't think I can do this one flat. Oh, there's a little bit of a lift, it was a bit better. Okay, maybe I can do it flat. Oh, definitely a little bit better. Slight lift. Better. I had to scrub up a little bit more pace than I wanted to there. Slightly got my angles wrong. Compromise myself a little. Michael's curves. carried a bit too much pace and that didn't break early enough. That's my point. Instead of got to slow it in time. It does feel nice. I'm enjoying this. This does feel quite nice. Always feels nice until you do something stupid, doesn't it? Okay, so I'm going to try it planted without the lift. Nope. Nope. Where's my damage at? We got damage on the back end. Not as much damage as it would have been. Was that a 720, was it? That's a shame, that was going to be a nice lap dash. Yeah, didn't like that, did it? I don't think I brake. I don't think I brake. I need to check back when I get a chance. So that means I don't think I can hold it. I don't think I can do it flat around there. I think I'm going to have to lift, let it come around and accelerate out. As in this next right hand. No. No, I think that damage from that spin. Let's go and have a shufty. Let's have a very quick look at that. Let's go back. Where was it? There we go. Whee! Okay, so let's get oops, apologize, sorry. Let's get the angle slightly. Go out a bit. I want to see if I applied the brakes. So let's get that out of the way. Did I touch the brakes? Let's go to. There we go. So no brakes there. Slides it out, and it wasn't until I'd already started going. So it looked very unsettled though, didn't it? Let's have another look at that. So I reckon it looked unsettled, like that bounce there with the spark. Once that did that, let's see, let's take that slow again. That bounce there, that unsettled it, and that one. And then I drifted too wide there, and once that's happened, it's gone. Yeah. Yeah, so it's on me, it was me driving. There's a bit damage to the front end. Try to keep out the ankle with the barrier. Oops, that's a big hit there with the back end. Good spin though. I'm not sure if I can do is counteract that. Maybe not going as wide. I think I'm massively wide, didn't I? So often people gotta go wider there. I wasn't right on the apex. I missed the apex by a fair bit, but yeah, it's a tough one. It's a tough one. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure on that one. It's a shame. It's a shame. Okay, so let's cut out there. Let's save the replay. Ah dear, that's a shame. That's a shame. Okay, so let's go back. Let's go to... Which one didn't I try? So... Do I want to try the Lambo? Or should I go straight to the Merc? I reckon it's the Merc. Or, in fact, as Ben said, the Lambo wasn't the best of bets, so maybe it's probably worth trying or jumping in the Lambo for a minute and see if it's that bad, then... Okay, let's try Lambo then. Okay, where is it? There we go. So, chance of rain, but test drive that. I did quite like the drive on this, didn't I? So I like the Mustang. I think I need the lift. For me to drive it, I need to lift. And I think if I lift, I'm going to be somewhere in the region of 810 to 815 fastest for me. Because I went for an 815 there before I had that issue. So that's something to bear in mind. But it felt nice. It was just me trying to push it, trying to see where I could get to. Which is part of the plan. That's part of the adventure, isn't it? It's seeing what you can do, how much you can tweak out of it. What are you doing? Why is the rain there? I selected no rain. Oh. Damn you. Let's jump out, let's jump back in. Test drive. Lambo. Maybe Lambo only goes in the rain. That's what it is. No rain. Test drive. Okay, let's get on track. See how this goes. Oh, I'm frustrated with myself. Damn. But yeah, I say it did feel nice. I did like that. And the driving position, how that them pushing me in the right direction, that was good. I could say I didn't feel uncomfortable. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. And it does have some pace, which is quite important. Now, the Lambo, apparently that can be a bit of a bad one to drive, so I'm going to do the outlap, and then I'm not going to push, but I'm going to go for we'll try and do a decent enough pace to get a feeling for it, because I need to know if it's going to be viable or not. It's probably the least likely, I think, out of the four. So let's go straight to that one. Open that. Line close. And let's jump on track and see how this goes. You should see how it feels. Yeah, it feels different to the Mustang, obviously. Okay, so notice that TC's on 3 and ABS is on 1, I think it was, let me see. Yeah. Both ABS on 3. What's APS? Don't even know what that is. So what else we got there? So we've got ABS. Just out of interest, so we've got APS, S12, EPS and map. Okay, so map's engine map. And I think I'll need to map a button for that, because that might be handy if I need to fuel save, I think, potentially. I need to have a look at that and have a read of that, see what that says. And that'll be really cool. So, as I said, I've got my ABS and my DC mapped on the toggles by the grip, so that's okay. Don't feel too bad at the moment. Only had a lap though. Was this the one that got 823 today? Was it the Lambo? I can't remember. Feels like it's one gear up than the others. So where I was down in second gear for these corners, I think this one, the ratio feels as if it needs to be third, if that makes sense. I'm not going to go flat on the first lap up around this top corner. Let it get settled in, get the tyres up to temperature. Yeah, it's definitely higher revving. Not much left in it than the Mustang. The Mustang was 50 and lucky if you get into 6th. I think there might be a third gear in this one. Always feels like there should be a 7th gear on it. Does feel fast though. But I think it feels fast in the corners, which might mean that it struggles on the long straights, which are obviously quite key on this. I can see this being fun around the corners, maybe. Feels like it's a lower drive, so therefore might be a little bit more susceptible to the curbs, so I need to be aware of that. Does feel like a fun drive though. Even if they're not on this track, then I think on another track it could be really great. I think maybe a Monza track. Mons roller Mons potentially. I'm not saying it's not going to work on here. I don't know if the Guthrie will manage to do it around here or not. Yeah, it's definitely grabbing out. It's definitely going to be 6th gear up here and may even be clipping at the end. I'm not going to go flat on the first lap. Does make me want to go around here in third, but I don't think you'd do it in third. I reckon it's still better going in second. As in around that corner there. way it's driving. It does feel nice. All the tyre wear is on it. Enough visibility from it, though. It looks okay from that perspective. Yeah, I think I'll be able to do that planted on the next lap. I might do one more lap after this one. We've taken it a bit easier just to try and get a time on the board, see how it's doing. Okay. That's what we can do here now. Yeah, because I reckon this is going to get the thickness, going to clip out here and it'll take a bit out of it. So we get up to 50, 55, 260, over the hill. 62, 260, going backwards. Not too bad. I think the likes the Mustang will beat it on there though. Okay. See if we can get a lap in then. That was the out lap on the air. Sounds like there's a time I was messing with the time, was 8:23.5. Yeah, let's see what we can do. Feels okay then at the moment. Right, I said to myself I'm not going to flat it top here, I'm going to try and get a lap in. Just a little lift to get around the corner. I think it'd do it flat though, I really do. good. Lambo is performing quite well at the moment, to be honest. It was.
Watch the track limits.
This team.
Tortoise.
Annoying. Damn, that was annoying. Should be able to still see what the time is on the thing anyway. It's actually oversteering, is that what it is? That's what caused my issue. To run put the timer on when going up Dottinger. Right, okay.
There's damage.
Yeah, I just lost it. I think I might have touched the brake then actually. I think that takes this one out of the equation. Let's see, so where was it? Further. Keep going, keep going, keep going. There we go. So let's see what I did. Okay, there. Oh, I'd brake there, yeah. Yeah, it was understeering, I think. Okay, that's the Lambo gone, unfortunately. Yeah. So down to 3. Down to 3. So let's close that. Let's go back in. So now, do I do the Beamer or the Merc? Let's try the Merc. That off. Test drive. That's a shame. That's a shame. So at the moment, Mustang's my favourite, but that means I need to know that I need to lift, and I can't go flat on those couple of things, which I'm fine with, as long as I remember that, and I don't start doing everything silly, like trying to think, oh, maybe just once, but we'll see, we'll see. Now the Merc, I think
Where are you
it's
talking about needing to lift for the Mustang?
saying sorry.
Where are you talking about needing to lift for the Mustang?
The mainly the that sharp, you know, that sharp left-hander where I got the snap of oversteer. I can't remember what it was called.
Could you point it out on the track map?
I am just looking now. I think, yeah, it's this one here. I think it's there where I did the oversteer the other day. Because that's along top of the hill, that one, isn't it? That's top of the hill.
Yeah.
Then you got the... oh, is it this one here, actually? Yeah, no, it's this one here. Before the first carousel. So you got that long uphill stretch. Then that left-hander there.
The corner called Bravery.
Is it? Yeah, well, I didn't. I tried to have some earlier, and they kept it flat, and the car got unsettled. So, well, let me just change the thing. Hold on a second. Oh, just going to quickly put a fit on so I can get into the car so we can show on the track map better. Let's go for that one. Yes, line close. Right, so where are we? Oh, you bastard. Why are you doing that? Just get in the car. Right, so this part here, so as it was going up, and as it went round to the left, just before the corner there, it sort of like looked as if it caught the ground and grounded a bit. There's sparks coming from the bottom right, which I think unsettled the car.
Possibly, yeah.
Because then just around the corner, as I got around the corner to this part, there was another spark, and then it just ended up going out too far to the right, and it just went. But apart from that, it actually felt really nice. And I think my pace in that, I think until I decided to try and do it flat, the time I was on an 8:15, and I think I'd have been able to get down to between 8:10 and 8:15, which I'd have been quite happy with, I think.
Bravery can't be done flat in any of the GT3s as far as I'm aware.
Oh right, okay. Oh well, that's all on me then. Because I thought you said that you could do flat.
No, see, I was talking about that last fast section before you come to the second carousel. Where
Right, yeah.
Over the jump, round that first right, up the hill and over the left. Once you go up and...
Yeah, I know what you mean. The first to the right-handers.
You can keep it then. As you go over the second sort of like mini jump, sometimes lifts the front off the floor of the GT3s. You can keep it flat from there all the way through the brake for the right-hander towards...
Right, okay. I thought yesterday when I lost it on that one up the hill, it was because I'd lifted.
So for that one, you lift before you turn in, and then you get back on throttle to carry the throttle through the corner. You don't need to be back on throttle like 100%. You know, you just sort of balance it.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. In that case, I'm happy with the Mustang then at the moment. I've jumped in the Merc now trying this, but I'm happy with the Mustang.
Well, the right-hander that you were going through as you finished saying that, once your tyres are up to temp, take that flat as well.
As in this one up on top of the hill here. That after that first stretch up the hill on left corner.
No, so I don't know whether you know the names of the corners very well.
I don't know.
This one at the top of the hill you were just asking about is called flood flats. You can take that one flat, depending on the setup of the car and the track temperature.
Right, okay.
For the first like 2 laps, give it a bit of a safety lift, sort of like you just did there. But, and then after that, at least in the BMW setup I've been used to running, you can take it flat from that point onwards. The first 2 laps, mostly just because of the fuel that you've got when hitting. So depending on your car, it might not be possible. And like the Mustang, for example, might be too heavy or something like that.
So it's on 8:25 the other day, but I did the faster one, but I got bleeding off track to 9. It was around the 8:23, I think. At the moment, the Merc's feeling nice, grounded, feels good. Feels responsive around corners, feels fine. Plenty of acceleration there, I guess there is a bit of a boat though, isn't it? We know that. A lift on the first lap. Turn. Okay. So far so good. feels quite planted there. Okay. Let's get it up, let's get it into a flyer and see how we get on. Okay, so what are we getting? 255. What comes up there? 261, holding there. 63, 65, 68. Okay, see what we can do. Okay. Any bets on the time? How am I going to get 820? Okay, so far so good. Let's see how brave I am. Got a feeling on steering off a little bit, so minorest of lifts. It's only the first flyer, I guess. Bit of fuel there at the moment. Okay. Nice. Maybe a little bit off my lines, but not too bad. too bad. It's slowed down a bit too much in the previous one, but I was very conscious of it not failing as much as I wanted to. We always suffered with the Merc back in the day. Nice. I should say full tilt racing there because where I'm in the Discord at the moment, I actually did a little bit of GT racing. They used to do a weekly GT3 racing. I was the slowest by a million miles, but it was nice to be involved, and standards of some of the drivers there was pretty impressive. It was just nice to be involved in it, and I've been around with them for quite a while. Never done any races with them or anything, I'm not up to that sort of level, but it's just nice to have people to socialise with, chat to. And they have their own liveries, which I've driven at times. I'm not at the moment because I'm doing the Tortoise Power liveries, but maybe there'll be an opportunity for that at some stage. Because I would like to do some, I used to do it's called the endurance events, team events with mountain trouts, that group. They became very inactive, but there was a nice social group. They weren't overly competitive. It was nice to actually be able to take part in some of the races, which was good. You know, too much stress. You know, I get up to standard where I can race confident enough and competent enough, then it'd be nice to get involved. Let's see what sort of lap I'm going to end up with this thing. Fighting it a little bit on that last bit. Oh, that was a bit flimsy. Yeah, feels a little bit the steering around there, I think. But not too bad though. Didn't get quite as good an exit out of there. Hopefully I'll catch up a little bit because it's a little bit lighter. Extra lap on. That's what we'd be looking at that time, so 7:30. Yeah, it's going to be around the 8:20, isn't it? See how it goes. Not too bad. Maybe a bit better than 8:20.
You just done 8:50.3.
Yeah, nice. Not too bad. That was not too bad for me. Stripped off a little bit too much there. Okay, finish fuel. Okay, not too bad. Let's see how we get on. Alright, do I do it flat? Can we give it a go? Oh, it starts on the steer out then. A little bit late. I'm sorry. I did try. It's feeling nice though, at the moment. I say the main thing is, as long as I know, so if it's going to be that I can't do it flat there, that's fine, I can live with that. As long as I know how I need to do it, and that's where the Mustang, it's still quite appealing, because as long as I know what it's going to do, but this Merc doesn't feel too bad, to be honest. Question is, can I do it for 4 hours? I guess we'll find out next weekend, won't we? Not quite as good as an exit there, was it? Okay, it's stabilised. Oh, that was nicer. That was a bit better. That was nice. Okay. Little mistake there. Definitely, yeah, I don't want to steer me around there. I can live with that. Feels okay then. Nice, 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 nice. Well, if we can do something silly at the last corner, I can maybe get below 810. Should not be happy with 810 to be honest, we'll keep it there. Nice.
Alright, Tortoise, you've got about 4 laps of fuel left. Your last lap time was at 8:10.7 seconds. Okay. Whoa. Fell very loose then. Okay, let's see how we get on. To left again. This is going off. Oh.
Yes, because you keep hitting the curve on the airport.
Did I? Oh, okay. Cheers, Ben. Thanks for the feedback. tried to take that in higher gear. That didn't work, so that's worth noting. Cost me a bit of time. Yeah, I tried to see if I could stay fourth and then around the right, first to the right hand was there, but it didn't work. I'm about tired going off a tangent maybe. No. Oh. Totally lost it. That one. I think that's going to do it, that one. Because I think that's a contender. I really do. 8-10. I've got to be happy with that. Let's just go back. 8-10 for me. I think that's decent. Where are we? Let's get the camera angle. Okay, so that's hold on for a second. Well, too far back. So it's up here. 10 in a bit too early then, I think. Yeah. So 10 in too early, which means I'm trying to cut the corner because I know it's a right-hander, and I know it's a sweeping right-hander, but I need to just a little bit later turning. So I'm turning just sometimes turn just by there or just before that drive. I need to start turning around here, I reckon. I think that probably solved that with the Merc. Cool, okay, that was good. Happy enough. 8-10, got to be happy with that. Okay, so let's now have a little go with the Beamer. Let's close that. Go racing, test drive, Beamer. Yeah. Turn off the weather. Little slab. Okay, so there's all the names, but maybe I need to learn the names so I can, so when Ben says something to me, I'll understand what he's on about. Floodplaats, that's flight path. Deer garden. I don't. Anyway, let's get this one sorted. Let's get on track.
The corner you were just looking at, brother.
Say again, sorry?
Blue Flats is the corner you were just looking at.
Yeah.
I'm terrible at German, but Merc is the one that we call bravery.
Alright, okay. Yeah, my German's a bit scrappy these days. I need to speak to my son. He's married to a German and lives in Hamburg in Germany.
Oh, nice. I used to date a German girl. I was stuck over there when COVID first started.
I spent a long time over there with the military, but I just didn't learn as much German as I should have. I'm not very good at languages, if I'm honest. That's my excuse.
Disengage limiter. Please, Tortoise.
Okay, so here we are. BMW. Get the outlap done, see how this one feels. This is definitely a lot more restricted view than the last two. I can see out to the left very easily. I can see out to the right okay. Small letterboxy view. It's as bad as the Mustang for that. Well, at least it's a higher driving position, I guess. This is the one a lot of people drive. I believe it's counted as one of the safer ones, but we'll see. Nothing's safe in my hands the way I drive. Let's see what the characteristics are of this one. Okay, so it's only 100 litres this one, which is the lowest I think so far. Maybe it doesn't use quite as much fuel there. So I must remember it's first lap, so I'll take it a little bit easier. So this one I had 8:23 the other day, so it's a yardstick. This one you need to change gear a little bit earlier, I think. It's not ready, don't rev it out. It's the feeling I'm getting at the moment. I did a lift, but like first lap I was always going to do a lift there, but I also tried to turn a little bit later similar to what I was doing, or like what I should have done with the Merc. So we got traction control for ABS 6. Crikey, they're quite high compared to the other ones. That's the default setup with it, so, well, not the default, sorry, it's the VRS setup, so I'll go with that for now. Let's get this hour lap done, see how it goes. So at the moment, for pace-wise, that's it between the Mustang and the Merc. But then it's a matter of seeing what it's like towards the end of a stint. That'll be something I need to try and get done this week. I noticed the other day when I drove this after the Audi, it felt so planted compared to the Audi. I'm not so sure it feels as planted after being in the Merc, if I'm honest. Okay, why am I checking my mirrors? There's nothing there. There's not going to be anything there because I'm a solid test drive. accelerate. Oh, Ben, if you are listening, how does the audio sound, by the way, on the stream? Both voice and engine. Not too bad though. Let's take that con a little bit. She's going to give me a better line for Ken, aren't they? Oh, Ben's state I went today. Cool, so far so good. Okay, let's complete this lap. $262. Okay, here we go. Let's see what we get on. Felt quite nice. Nice. Okay. Cool. Nice. Okay, so far. Nice. It's been okay at the moment. A little bit too much speed there, I think. Not quite fast enough. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, it's not feeling too bad at the moment. I hope to get for the end of the lap. There's a jump. See what sort of time we've got. free. So where are we? It's 35, so it's going to be around the 20 mark, isn't it? So the question is, can I follow you more around a bit without killing myself? No. Or will you just stop that in time?
That was 8:17.2 seconds.
Just a couple of seconds to gain that egg. Oh, they
Track limits, this lap will be
I'm not
deleted.
feeling it as much as the Merc, so I think it's between the Merc and the Mustang, to be honest. So I'm going to say, unless anything changes drastically, I'm now between the Merc and the Mustang. So, thank you. I'm gonna call it there, to be honest. I need to get some food and get some stuff sorted for work tomorrow. I then need to do some more testing on this Merc and Mustang, the M's. Well, thank you very much for joining, if you did. Hope you enjoyed the slow driving around Nords. Take it easy, stay safe, enjoy the rest of your evening, and cheers. See you again soon. Ciao, ciao.